whole top 7, the top 8 is all well-known names from Matt Mendenhall to Quadzilla, Paul DeMayo. There was Kevin LeBron, he ended up winning, Flex Wheeler, Al-Q Gurley, a whole bunch of guys turned pro following that show, and I took a year off after that, ended up winning the USA at the age of 24 in 10 months, something like that. So the overall at that time was very tough to win also, but that's where I got my professional start.
So what advice would you have for a teenager that's getting into sport that would take you to that next level? Because you wanted to quit at the USA level. What advice would you say to a teenager today?
Well, now it's a whole other different world with social media and stuff like that. I would definitely try to make myself known, but stay level-headed about what you're able to accomplish, or able to, just get a good look at your own physique and see, do I have a shot at doing this at the big level, at the big time? But, at the same time, have fun with it. Keep those meals in going, try to read as much as you can, books or whatever. I mean, the internet is a whole other story, but just get as much knowledge as you can about training and nutrition and the do's and don'ts in the gym and the way to actually connect with the mind-muscle connection. And, it's just, it's growing now. Before it was only bodybuilders and women and men in competition. We all wore boat necks and we all dressed the same. We all went to the show, but now it's like so many different categories to choose from and to be a part of. So now I think it's, sky's the limit to where it can go.
Yeah, and Chris came from a wrestling background. I came from a football background. I got injured in high school when I was 17 years old, injured my knee, and I started rehabbing my knee in the gym, and 6 months later I competed. A few bodybuilders were in my gym, encouraged me to compete, and I got second place in my first show, and then I went on a tear of winning a bunch of teenage shows, and I knew then I wanted to be a bodybuilder. I barely heard of Arnold from Conan the Barbarian, but I dove in and I read everything, and I surrounded myself with like-minded individuals, and I think that was very important for me because I came from a place that had no bodybuilders. And like Chris, I would drive to Gold's Gym. I had the good fortune of doing that, and it was like driving into the pages of Muscle and Fitness. I have Hulk Hogan over there, and I have Magic Johnson was in the gym, and a lot of actors and other football players, but all the people that were involved in bodybuilding, from Chris Dickerson, who was the 82 Mr. Olympia, Samir Banu, 83 Olympia, all the guys I wanted to be were in the gym. So I made it a habit of going the 1-hour drive at 18 years old to see these guys actually do what I wanted to one day do. And I think my advice would be, if you want to do this sport, it's still an art form. You're only in control of what you can do. I didn't train to beat Chris or to be Dorian Yates. I tried to be the best Sean Ray that I could be, and it took me to here, basically. My career is a reflection of my body of work. I didn't conform to trying to be as big as I can be, which a lot of bodybuilders fall into that rut of doing, and they ruin their physiques doing that. So you kind of have to figure out where you're comfortable at and do what makes you happy. A lot of bodybuilders nowadays are turning everything that they want to do over to the guru. Chris is a guru now, but the guru wants to take away all the responsibility from the athlete, and you ask the athlete, so what do you eat and what do you drink? They go, I don't know, coach, what do I eat, what do I drink? When I was competing, I owned the space. I knew what I needed to eat. I studied how I was going to train, and what you saw on the stage as an artist was Sean Ray. And now a lot of people don't want that responsibility, and they want to get there really fast, and they second guess what it is they're actually doing. And 2 or 3 years into the business, you're going from one coach to the next coach, and you're following all these different things, and you get lost of the goal of what you're trying to accomplish. So when you look at your body as a piece of art, like I did coming up, copying Bob Paris and some of the guys before me, you have to know, you have to supply all the brushes and the paints and the canvas, and you have to pick those things individually and put your art up there and let the judges decide what they like. But for me, I found satisfaction in winning and losing because it was a reflection of my own body of work.
Yeah, I used a couple gurus per se, Chris Cito and also Chad Nichols. I worked with them periodically throughout my years. But then, as I got a little older, I was able to just like, okay, I'm just gonna get myself in shape, which was, easy to do because you look at the different weeks you have left and you look and see where you're at as compared to previous years as far as what different cuts are showing at this time of the preparation. And then I would just say, just help me, because I didn't really trust my eye at the last week or so when you're like, am I big enough? Do I look flat? Like that. So I'll just have someone help me just kind of land a plane at the end of the weeks later on. And then when I would go to different shows around the world, coming here to Australia or different countries, I didn't have a guru with me. It was just basically just looking in the mirror and just trying to, get as close as you can to where you were at, top shape. But, a lot of times, we just going out to different countries and just, just making the best look we can, from there. So.
All right, so we could talk all day about ourselves. We know each other very well, but we're actually here to answer any questions that you guys might have that might be able to help you on your journey. Anything from training, diet, nutrition, business, sponsorships, competition, history. We're here to answer those questions. No question is stupid or silly or beneath us. We've heard them all before, and we are experts on ourselves. So go ahead, what you shout.
Hi, how you going? You were talking before about mind-muscle connection. And I'm kind of torn a little bit, and I'm changing my train a little bit now. I found I was getting some benefit from just overloading and just trying to get a lot of weight up, and I developed a little bit. How important is it to sort of maybe drop the weight and really just focus on that activation?
That's a good question. I do teach mind muscle connection, and I'm trying to talk to the younger generation, get them to understand. Don't look at the photos you see of me with 200-pound dumbbells or 500-pound on incline, because that was just stupid. It just wasn't. It was more like ego. And when you're younger, it's so easy to fall into that ego mindset, and it's easy to carry that on to your 30s and 40s also, because you feel like the more weight, the bigger the muscle. But if you think about it, and I teach my Warriors Challenge program. If you think about it, okay, so if I'm doing 1,000 pounds on the bench press, am I going to get bigger? No. It's your tendons is going to get strained. Your tendons that you're holding the muscle to the bone, that's where the pressure is going to be. It's not going to be inside the muscle itself. If you utilize fast twitch muscles to slow twitch fibers, taking momentum away from your training, that's when you're going to strain the muscle the most within the muscle itself, and you can feel the different pressure by you contracting the muscle at the top of the movement, utilizing the negative, and no one said that reps have to be like this. You don't have to be like that. You don't have to, everyone's real comfortable with being inside the medium range of the repetition. The full range of that repetition would be the full rounder, more developed muscle. And that's where I think people go wrong. A lot of professionals that sell, the way you angle the training. And you can I teach a lot of this online with people. I have a lot of Australian clients that I Skype with, and I explain this in my, if you go to grindguru.com, no, the Grind Guru is where you can find me. That's where I teach the mind-muscle connection. And if you think even deeper, it makes way more sense that you can use lighter weight and contract the muscle. Because if you come down with 700 pounds on your back, you're only thinking, am I going to die? Am I going to go up? You can't think about the muscle itself. That's one thing I learned as I got older and got smarter, that you have to have your mind connected to the muscle throughout your training set.